homeless people immediately move out of Washington, D.C. U.S. President Donald Trump has said homeless people must move out of Washington, D.C. as he vowed to tackle crime in the city, but the mayor pushed back against the White House, likening the American capital to Baghdad in Iraq. The Republican president has also trailed a news conference for Monday about his plan to make the city safer and more beautiful than it ever was before. Mayor Muriel Bowser, a Democrat, said, "We are not experiencing a crime spike." Trump signed an order last month making it easier to arrest homeless people, and he last week ordered federal law enforcement into the streets of Washington, D.C. "The homeless have to move out immediately," Trump wrote on his social media site Truth Social on Sunday. "We will give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong." Alongside photos of tents and rubbish, he added, "There will be no MR. Nice guy. We want our capital back. Thank you for your attention to this matter." The specifics of the president's plan are not yet clear, but in a 2022 speech, he proposed moving homeless people to high-quality tents on inexpensive land outside cities, while providing access to bathrooms and medical professionals. On Friday, Trump ordered federal agents, including from U.S. Park Police, the Drug Enforcement Administration, the FBI, and the US Marshals Service, into Washington, D.C. to curb what he called totally out-of-control levels of crime. A White House official told NPR that up to 450 federal officers were deployed on Saturday night. The administration is also considering deploying National Guard members, although Trump has not yet made a final decision, according to reports by Reuters and ABC News. Trump's moves come after a 19-year-old former employee of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, was assaulted in an alleged attempted carjacking in Washington, D.C. Trump vented about that incident on social media, posting a photo of the bloodied victim. Mayor Bowser told MSNBC on Sunday, "It is true that we had a terrible spike in crime in 2023, but this is not 2023. We have spent over the last 2 years driving down violent crime in this city, driving it down to a 30-year low." She criticized White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller for dubbing the U.S. Capitol more violent than Baghdad. "Any comparison to a war-torn country is hyperbolic and false," Bowser said. Washington, D.C.'s homicide rate remains relatively high per capita compared to other U.S. cities, with a total of 98 such killings recorded so far this year. Homicides have been trending higher in the U.S. Capitol from a decade ago, but federal data from January suggests that Washington, D.C. last year recorded its lowest overall violent crime figures, once carjacking, assault, and robberies are incorporated, in 30 years. Trump has promised a news conference at the White House on Monday to outline his plans to stop violent crime in the U.S. Capitol. In another post on Sunday, he said the event at 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, 1400 hours Greenwich Mean Time, would address ending crime, murder, and death in the city, as well as its physical renovation. He described Bowser as a good person who has tried, adding that despite the mayor's efforts, crime continued to get worse, and the city was becoming dirtier and less attractive. Community Partnership, an organization that works to reduce homelessness in Washington, D.C., told Reuters that the city of 700,000 residents had about 3,782 people homeless on any given night. Most were in public housing or emergency shelters, but about 800 were considered to be on the street. As a district, rather than a state, Washington, D.C. is overseen by the federal